December 26th, and we have to start returning some presents. We're not really returning anything. We just got to exchange these shoes. They ended up giving us the wrong size, so we just got to exchange them for the right size. We have an 8 and a 6, and we just got to get 2 8s. So, and we just got to pick up some extra little goodies for my friend, and then we got to go drop off a package. So it's 3 in the morning, and we have to do like a data sheet for our tech startup in order for us to start gathering data. I think one of my biggest issues is like asking for help and just reaching out to people. I guess the thing that stops me is like rejection. Like if I reach out to people and I don't get any responses, yeah, like the rejection part, like I feel shame, like I feel like if I'm not good enough, but I shouldn't take things personal. That's one thing I definitely am trying to work on myself, is not taking things personal. Um, and yeah, I need to start learning how to ask for help a lot more. So what we're gonna start doing is building like a data sheet on Google. I think we're gonna have like a couple questions and have people like come in and fill them out. I think the question is, how will I get people to come and like fill out the how can I get people to willingly fill out like a little survey? Um, and that is by bringing value. One thing that I want to start doing more is doing like a series. Maybe like not maybe I have to be doing a series every single day. Maybe for like 10, like we'll start easy. We'll do like a 5 hour like stream of like finding like photographers. Within those 5 hours, we got to find photographers, create some content around them, just bringing exposure to their brand, showcasing like their work, and just talking about it, and yeah, just bringing awareness. I think at the end of the day, Badger's all about bringing awareness, and I have to find a way to bring awareness without having the app. Um, so yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to focus on bringing more awareness to people. The niche we're starting off with is photography, so we have to do that. So part of it is like just bringing awareness, but we also need to start collecting data, like um, how important is marketing, where do they market, and just questions like that, and then put it on a Google data sheet and have people just answer it. So yeah, we also have to build a page for Badgers. I think I already have pages for Badger, but we need to make sure we have an Instagram at least, and an Instagram and a TikTok for Badger, and just start showcasing it. And then I'm gonna also put the same content that I have on some of my TikToks. But yeah, the whole point is to start networking with photographers. For me also to start creating. I decided photography just for the simple fact that I love photography. I take pictures, so I need to start getting back on taking pictures, getting into my photography mode again, and just reaching out to photographers, trying to, try to help them out. So many of the times it's a lot of like asking, but before asking, I want to see what I could do to bring value to them, and then just start building relationships with other photographers. And also other models. So that's what we have to work on today. Make sure we have a TikTok page for Badger. Make sure we have an Instagram page for Badger, which we already have an Instagram. I think we also have like a TikTok for Badger. And then, yeah, after that, we just got to start creating content for it. The content we're going to start creating is just just exposing photographers. We're going to use that like as clickbait. It's nothing negative at all, but we just need like a little clickbaity type of like line, so that way we can start getting more views and stuff like that. But yeah, the whole goal of it is to bring exposure to photographers, to showcase other like photographers and showcase their work. That's what Badger's all about, bringing exposure to brands and businesses. So that's what we got to focus on. We got to put all our eggs in that basket and just keep nailing it, and just see how much momentum we could get in a short amount of time. I think we have to start doing like marathons of streaming, and just doing all of that, learning how to connect with other photographers and other models, and just like start taking pictures again, creating content. That's one thing we have to start doing a lot more. So yeah, um, yeah, um, let's go ahead and let's start finding out what questions we need to ask, and also start figuring out how to do a data sheet for to gather data. So yeah, that's what we have to do. We got to figure out how to create like a data sheet to gather data, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're back asking ChatGPT for help. We're gonna ask right here. We're asking let's create 5 yes or no questions and 2 long answer questions. Um, I don't feel people are really gonna want. I personally wouldn't want to answer a lot of questions, especially if I'm not really getting anything out of it. So for me to be asking a million questions isn't the best idea. I still think 5 questions is pushing it, but if it's just yes or no questions, it shouldn't be too bad. And I am gonna allow for them to answer 2 long form questions, just so that way I could get more feedback from them, more authentic feedback, instead of just like um yes no questions. Well, unbiased data, we want to see what they currently use, what are the struggles they are currently facing, and what are some features they want to see. Again, we don't want to be pushing Badger to anybody. I don't want anybody to feel forced, or like I just want this to be raw, right? And then us gather the information and work from there, instead of me pushing like, are you sure you don't want, like, and just hinting towards Badger. I don't like that. I want unbiased data, and yeah, that's the best way we are going to be able to grow and build the best app out there. That gave us 2 options: either use Google Forms or Typeforms. I haven't heard of Typeforms. I haven't heard of Typeform, so we're gonna check this one out first. And if we have to pay anything, we are gonna cross this one out, and we will go with Google Form. But for now, let's go ahead and try Typeform. So this is how Typeform looks. We're gonna check it out. If we have to pay for this, we won't use it. We're gonna sign up with an email. We already signed up. We have to answer a couple questions. Abisayu, what's the main thing you'll be using Typeform for? Let's just do personal. What do you want Typeform to help you with? Get feedback, get more customers and sales, engage or educate with audience, conduct research. Conduct research? How do you want to build your form? Start from scratch, build from a list of ready-made statements, import questions, copy and paste questions, or import from Google Form. Copy and paste or type in your question and press enter after each one. We're going to do the first one. I've never done anything like this, so we're going to try it out. The first question we're going to put is, do you currently feel like your work gets enough exposure? We have our first question here. If you want to add another question, we could either do add content, and then from here it gives you all the different ways, all the different formats you could grab information. For this one, it's another yes no question, so we could just do yes no, and then right here it gives us our yes no question, and then right here we would just paste our question, and here it is. Have you ever struggled to share your portfolio with potential clients quickly or on the spot? $50. Yeah, it's crazy. We're working on a survey to gather data for Badger the app. This survey consists of questions to make the app more efficient. All of this data is gonna help us build a better app, but most importantly, gather raw data, so that way we could show the investors the feedback, and just show authentic data from from photographers. We were gonna use Typeform. We had finished coming up with our 10 questions, and turns out that the free version is that you'll only be able to access 10 users. So only 10 users could use it per month, which sucks because we need as much data as we possibly can for like one up to 6 months. Again, I'm trying to build this MVP as quickly as possible. So hopefully within a month we have enough data to be able to work on keep pushing forward. So it wouldn't make any sense for me to spend $50 on this platform. So we're gonna use a different we're gonna use another free alternative version, and we're gonna be using Google Docs. I think it's free, and I don't think we have a limit for that. So we're gonna be using that. We're gonna ask ChatGPT how to do it, how to set it up, and then just continue through it. And we'll just do a blank form. Title and description. Title: photographers we want to hear. Again, all of this is just gonna be copy and paste. Right here's the title, and we'll paste that. Photographers we want to hear from you. From photographers. So here is gonna be question number 1. We're gonna paste it. Do you currently feel like your work gets enough exposure? Suggestions: add all, yes or no. Paste it on this. Paste. Cool. And then yes, no. Again, duplicate it. To publish it, shorten URL. Copy. My gosh, we almost forgot to get the link. All right, let's paste it, and we're gonna send it to myself. Now from here we could open this. Yes.